I used to cook professionally in the U.S. Coast Guard for a couple hundred salty sailors while we'd be out on the high seas during deployments. Very stressful conditions to cook, right? But even though they were stressful conditions, we still had to put out 3 meals during the day and the mid-rets meal, if you know what I'm talking about. Midnight rations, right? So to do this effectively, we had to use different methods. We had to use time management. We had to figure out food inventory. We had to figure out the week ahead menu and the months ahead to stock up appropriately. During this time in the Coast Guard cooking, I picked up a lot of skills. I want to teach you those skills that I learned that you can bring to your own home kitchen, cook a little more effectively, which inevitably will save you time in the kitchen and also money in your pocket, obviously. So this is episode number 4 of my family style, budget friendly series. I'm going to teach you how to cook a really super delicious, very refreshing lemon garlic pasta. Did you realize a staggering 24% of military families face food insecurity? It's unacceptable. That is why Let's Chow has united myself, Stronghold Pantry, and comedian Ashley Gutermuth to address this very serious problem. Through our partnership, we are teaching military families how to make affordable, healthy dinners at home. We're proud to promote culinary education, financial empowerment, and community engagement for our nation's veterans, service members, and their families. Before I begin teaching, I want to talk to you about Let's Chow, which is a nonprofit designed to provide services for military veterans through cooking therapy, cookware donations, culinary education, and business advice for anyone from home chefs to aspiring food truck or restaurant owners. They manage veteran-run food trucks in Annapolis, Atlantic City, Fort Lauderdale, and San Diego. Let's Chow also offers online digital training at their website, where you can find a 10-lesson program that will take you from knife cuts to perfect steak dinner and prepare you for a national certificate in food service sanitation management. To start, we're going to slice up your garlic cloves nice and thin, nothing too crazy. And while you're prepping this and everything else for your mise en place, get your water going for your pasta and get your pasta boiling in salted water. After you rinse your parsley off, give it a rough chop. You don't have to go too crazy with this part. I add in about a small handful or so, but try it out a couple different ways and see what you like best. Next, we're going to slice our lemon down the belly, not stem to stem, so we have it easy for juicing later. Heat up your skillet nice and hot with some olive oil. Now we're going to fry up our garlic. Some people like to only put the garlic in just enough to really absorb the flavor, but I like it a little bit crispy. But to each their own, right? Make sure you salt and pepper your garlic as well before adding in your pasta water. Now make sure you don't forget to save your pasta water. It's very easy to do. I use about a 1/4 cup pasta water per serving. Now I'm demonstrating 1 serving in this video, but I've got the recipe for 4 below, which is about $3 or $4 per meal if you're making it for your friends or your family. Next, we're gonna add in our halved lemon. Let this all reduce down a bit and stir it together so we have a nice base for the end product. Then toss in your cooked pasta into the pan. Use whatever pasta you're feeling. Some people use spaghetti, but whatever you have on hand is fine. I usually use a bit more olive oil at this step as well, which helps add a little more flavor to the pasta and really gets the pan ready for all this cheese incoming here. Now I used a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, but use a little more if you want. Add in your chopped parsley as well as your torn basil. Now I tear my basil instead of cutting it. I think it tastes a little better and it also looks a little better because it doesn't get that black smushed in part where you cut it. Now is where the magic happens. Mix everything together. Your cheese should be melting nicely, not burning. If your pan's too hot, turn it off. No big deal. Stir everything together until the cheese is nice and melted like this, and now you're ready for the final best step, which is grating that lemon zest. This really kicks up the dish a lot and it adds a whole nother dimension to it. This is one of my favorite pasta dishes, honestly. It's super light and refreshing, and it's perfect for serving a lot of people at once or throwing in the fridge for another time. For just $4, you can pay it forward by donating at www.letschow.org and pay for someone's meal. It takes just $4 to prepare a hot, restaurant quality style meal for someone in need. That meal also provides 15 training minutes to the veterans and military spouses in the training program. $4, $8, $40, or even $400, you're gonna make a huge difference in helping us fight food insecurity while providing training and education to the military community. If you know someone who is a veteran or military spouse who's a really good cook, you like going over there to eat a lot, or interested in starting a culinary business, please tell them about Let's Chow today. I Hope you enjoyed this recipe at home with your family or friends, or used as a weekly meal prep, or throw in the freezer. It's a great freezer option as well. One way to support my YouTube channel is to simply like this video and subscribe to my Hellmann's Kitchen YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you'll know as soon as I release my next video. You can find more information on my veteran-owned business at hellmannskitchen.com. If you're a food entrepreneur, then make sure to check out my Veteran Foodie podcast, where the mission is to educate military-connected food business owners by spotlighting other entrepreneurs who share their experience and advice. Tune into my podcast on any major podcast platform or watch the video version on my YouTube channel.